Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing some deep cleaning before guests arrive. We had guests this past weekend and we are also anticipating guests coming the following weekend as well. One of our good friends is getting married, so we are having events and preparations beforehand, and then next weekend is the wedding. I am going to be cleaning the guest room, which I'm starting off with here. I'm going to start by cleaning all of the bedding and the bed in this whole room, making sure it is ready for guests. We have not had guests in quite a while. I can't even remember the last time, probably around the holidays is when we had our last guest come stay the night at our house. So the room is definitely in need of cleaning. I have a dog. She's a black lab and sheds like crazy and fully thinks that that room is hers. It is the room that is front facing. So she likes to stand on the bed and look out the window. She loves to sleep on that bed. So I'm definitely going to make sure that it is nice and clean for our guests to stay in here. I'm also going to be cleaning the bathroom that they are going to be using, and our staircase was also full of dog hair and definitely needed a vacuum and a good cleaning. So I'm starting off with the bedroom here. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you did this past weekend, how you're doing, and any upcoming plans. Have your kids started school yet? I do have a 2-year-old son, so we're not in the school season yet. Our routine is the same all throughout the year, so we don't have like a huge back to school type of thing yet, but I am so looking forward to all of that and being able to enjoy back to school season with my son. This dresser, I believe I mentioned in a previous video. If I have not, I've definitely thought about it in my head. But this dresser was given to us from my grandmother. She had this dresser when she was in college, so it is kind of like a family heirloom, so I'd love to keep it. But we don't really use it here. I think my husband may have a couple things in here, but nothing that I can't put someplace else. But I would love to take this dresser and move it downstairs to the kitchen in the area next to my son's little kid table that is right next to our back slider door. We are always going in and out of that door, so we take off our shoes there quite often after playing outside. So I'd love to have some kind of storage system. We could just throw our shoes in and they're kind of out of sight and it just would look nicer. So I think stripping this down from this cherry wood color to a natural wood color would be so nice. I've never just stripped down a piece of furniture and left it a natural wood, so that'll be a new process for me. I don't think it'd be too challenging. Most of the time when I have refinished furniture, I've used chalk paint. Most of my furniture that I have in my house, I'm sure you've noticed already throughout like my kitchen and my dining room, my living room, I have pieces that I have painted white with chalk paint. And with chalk paint, you don't have to sand or do any treatment before painting. You could just paint over any finish that the furniture already is. It is just such an easy way to restore old pieces and make them look new. I absolutely love having old pieces of furniture. I just feel like they hold up so much better than the newer stuff. And I like the antique look of older furniture. We've been given a lot of furniture from family, and I have a few pieces that we have found on the side of the road as well. So you can't go wrong with free furniture that you can just easily refinish. So I think this dresser should be noticed a little bit more. It's just kind of got like a special place in my heart. So I think stripping it down and doing more of like a natural wood color would bring in some warmth, still go with a coastal vibe that I'm going for in my house. So is that something you guys would be interested in seeing on this channel? I could mix it in with like a cleaning video and just show a little bit of the process of redoing furniture, or is that not something I should add? I'd just be curious to know. So leave a comment down below if you'd be interested in seeing that. But I am sure soon enough, probably during the fall, I will be able to get a chance to work on that piece and moving it down to the kitchen. My dog had an allergic reaction when we were away on vacation, which I mentioned in our last video. So she shed extra because she was so itchy. She had hives all over her. We ended up having to bring her to the vet. They put her on prednisone, which seems to be really working at containing the allergic reaction. She seems to be a lot more herself, but if you know or have been on prednisone yourself, it always has all crazy side effects. So she has been extremely thirsty, and she seems a little shaky too, which makes me a little concerned, but thankfully it is just a low dose and not a very long time that she's on it. She will be off it pretty soon. There is like a little tapering we have to do with the medication. So if you're curious why there is so much dog hair, and that is why there's so much extra this week, because she was just so itchy, covered in hives. Do you have guests come and stay the night at your house, or do you not have space in your house to be able to do that? If you do have guests, do you enjoy doing that, or does it cause you to be a little bit anxious? For me, it's a little bit mixed of both. Like, it's fun to have people come and stay, and I know my son is really going to enjoy it. This past weekend, one of my husband's friends stayed with us, and he loved it. He was so excited to have somebody extra at the house. He was having him play with him, and it just made him really happy. So that made me happy, but sometimes it can cause a little bit of anxiety because it just changes your schedule and like your routine, which is totally fine. It's not like it happens all the time, but sometimes it can be difficult to work through changes in your ordinary schedule. Is that something you struggle with? Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. So I have like a little desk calendar that's all positive, like quotes and things to think about. So as I turn the page today, it has this long kind of paragraph saying that I thought was so nice and related so well to this topic. So I'm going to just read it for you now, so then hopefully this will give you some comfort in how you're thinking about things and like your mental state, if you have anxiety or anything like that. So it says, today, try to challenge your negative thoughts with the same intensity you challenge your positive ones. Most of us are so good at challenging the positive thoughts with questions like, what if everything goes wrong? What if I mess up? What if the worst thing imaginable happens? That we forget we can use those same questioning skills to challenge our negative thoughts too. Today, try asking yourself these questions instead and see how it feels. What if today turns out better than I imagined? What if everything works out just fine? What if something amazing happens? What if I do or say the right thing at the right moment? What if everything comes easily to me? What if I focus on being helpful? What if, in the face of difficulty, I am stronger, braver, and more capable than I thought I could be? What if the things I've been worrying about never happen, or they happen differently and better than I anticipated? Worrying is a normal reaction to life's many uncertainties, but we don't have to let it dominate us. If we're clever enough to come up with scenarios for what might go wrong, we're clever enough to imagine ways it might go right, or at least turn out okay. Our thoughts are powerful tools, and we might as well try to use them to create calm instead of chaos. When preparing for guests, what areas in your house do you focus on? Whether they are staying the night or just coming for the afternoon or for dinner. Leave a comment down below, I'd love to know. For me, one of the biggest areas that I focus on are the baseboards. I don't know why, but when I go to other people's houses, I always notice people's baseboards. I feel like it's something that's often forgotten about. And I really do notice when people have clean baseboards. So look around your house and see if your baseboards need a cleaning, and if you have not done it in a while, make sure to take care of that today, especially in the bathrooms. I sprinkled some baking soda on the mattress earlier and I let it sit for quite a while. It's been sitting here for probably a couple hours now, and I'm just going through and vacuuming it all up. It's supposed to help clean the mattress a little bit, and I really like to do it since we do have a dog. Lots of people are allergic to dogs, and she loves to sit on this bed. So I make sure to take any extra cleaning precautions that I can, especially when we know we're having guests stay the night. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video and hang out with me. I hope you got lots of cleaning motivation, a little life inspiration, and you leave here feeling like you've made a new friend. If you have not yet, please consider subscribing. I post new videos every Tuesday and Friday.